Improvie,
Hello.
the film repair podcast. I'm Phil Strussman, your licensed and board certified film repair technician.
And I'm James Kettler, your executive film person.
Now we're doing person.
I don't want to fight over folk again.
I don't know that we were fighting, just having an informative discussion about like language.
Well, I'm a film person now.
Hey, terrific! I'm into it. I mean, it's a real bummer. You got to keep throwing away thousands and thousands of very expensive business cards every time that you change this and having them reprinted.
Yeah. On the other hand, they just love me over at the business card store, though. I've given them a lot of business.
Yeah, one thing they do love at business card store is getting business. Because otherwise, it's just a card store. Then you got to wait around for somebody's birthday.
Yeah. Who knows when that's going to be?
Yeah, I mean, it only happens once a year, for Christ's sake. Oh, man. Oh, I got to stretch out my muscles, get all those morning crusties out of my eyeballs. Yeah, crack that neck, crack those bones.
Yep. I did.
Speaking of...
I broke my neck.
Oh, no, James. At least your mouth is still in reach of the microphone, so we'll be able to at least finish this episode before we got to call 911.
Yep, I dragged the mic down to the ground with me.
Look, I'd call the hospital for you right now, but oh man, those ambulance sirens really fuck up a recording.
Yeah, that's no good. Let's just do the podcast. I'll be fine.
Yeah. I mean, your neck's already broken, right? Like, ain't gonna get no broker.
Yep. Oh, nope. Dogs are stepping on it. Okay, now it is more broken.
Okay, they're helping. Dogs are nature's chiropractors.
You pay for the fanciest massage, they just put a dog on your back.
You put a dog right on you. Dogs do have a sort of, you know how like animals know about weather?
Mm-hmm.
Because they just have an instinct, they have an innate understanding that hasn't been suppressed and erased by years of looking at screens and reading book like human beings.
Yep.
Well, that innate understanding, that attunement that they have with the universe extends not just to like, oops, is storm coming or what tree to pee. It also extends to like just a really profound sense of spinal alignment.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, a dog they don't even have to see you. They can smell you from down the block and be like, uh-oh, his vertebrates are out of alignment.
Oops, Greg's about to slip a disc.
Yep. Oops, Greg. Whoops. They can also smell your name. They smelt, that's a Greg? Oh, that disc is very slick, and it is a millimeter away from slippage.
No, don't bend down to pick up the paper. Greg!
I mean, any pet expert will tell you that, first of all, there's no such thing as a bad dog. So when a dog barks at you, they're not just yelling at you in a rude way. They're saying, hey, please see an alignment professional. Please go see your local chiropractor. Get them shits all aligned.
Or let me walk on your back.
Or let me, a dog, walk on your back.
I'll do it.
I will do it. I don't have anything else going on. I'm a dog.
I got some food I got to eat in like 5 hours.
Yeah. Not a lot on my plate today. And no plate, just a bowl, frankly, because I am a dog.
I need something
James,
with borders to keep the food in because I'm such a messy eater.
I'm a messy boy, but I'm an expert on spinal alignments. James, should we watch some trailers?
Please.
So I fired a trailer off into your text message box last night. Do you want to give that one a look-see?
Yeah, I did not watch it. I wanted to be surprised.
Okay. I haven't watched it either, to be honest with you. It played before my DVD copy of the Snowman, and it did play near me, but I did not pay attention to it.
Got it. What's the name of the movie? I don't want to watch it on my phone because then it'll hear it on the microphone.
This movie's called Death Race 4 Beyond Anarchy. It feels like a second trailer for the movie is starting to play within the current trailer.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go ahead and stop that. So Death Race 4 Beyond Anarchy. What lies beyond anarchy?
Archy.
Oh, so you have anarchy.
Mm-hmm.
And then just archy?
Yep.
What's archy like?
You know, like you walk far enough away from Antarctica, eventually you're going to hit the Arctic.
Oh, that's a super, super, super good point. So
Yeah.
anarchy is sort of the southern bottom of this chaotic sphere, and
Yep.
archy rests at the top
Mm-hmm.
and is rapidly melting due to climate change.
Yep.
Okay, terrific.
And as we all know, Archy has the polar bears, Anarchy has the penguins.
So how are anarchy penguins different from regular penguins?
They really like the Sex Pistols.
Oh, hell yeah. They're such punks, those anarchy penguins.
Yep.
They're like, you know those macaroni penguins who have those big old floofy yellow eyebrows on their faces?
Yeah. Yeah.
These guys have that, except instead of eyebrows, it's mohawk.
Yep.
And they're not wearing fancy suits like your regular penguin. They have all got denim vests on, covered
And-
with pins and patches.
And a Ramones t-shirt.
Yeah, one Ramones t-shirt that they all share.
They just pass it around.
I think they keep it on a pedestal and they bow down and worship to it like it is their god.
Mm-hmm. Do they have it like on a mannequin or just in a pile?
It's not about human beings or like a human body. They wouldn't use a mannequin. It would just be in a pile.
Got it. That makes sense.
So I'm not very familiar with the Death Race franchise. I don't know that I was even aware that it was a franchise until now.
It's been around since like the 70s.
Well, that was Death Race 2000, and I do remember
Yep.
they did remake that. But I do love the idea of just a big fun race with all your friends and all of their different goofy cars with all their different fun race accoutrements that they have attached to the cars. Sort of like you remember that Wacky Races cartoon back in the day?
I do.
I don't know why it's always got to be a death race, though. Why is it always got to be a post-apocalyptic hellscape murder race? Why can't it be just nice fun? Why can't we have a life race?
Why can't we just have a Wacky Races movie?
Yeah, just a Wacky Races movie. Or even the Wacky Races, though, got a little bit violent for my tastes.
Really?
I'd like something, yeah, because they would still crash each other, and they would still do, Snidely Whiplash and his dog would do all of the nasty tricks.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
I'm looking for something a little more positive, a little more life-affirming, a little more family-friendly. I'd like a life race, please.
Wait, I'm sorry. That's not Snidely Whiplash. That's Dick Dastardly.
Oh, yep. It is Dick Dastardly, not Snidely Whiplash.
Snidely Whiplash is the bad guy in Dudley Do-Right.
Right. Dick Dastardly is, of course, are they brothers?
They are, no. Yes. Snidely Whiplash, Dick Dastardly, Waluigi, the three brothers.
Of course, Dick Dastardly, nay Dick Whiplash, changed his name when he did marry his beautiful husband,
Waluigi Dastardly.
Waluigi Dastardly. Yeah. Oh, God, they're so beautiful together. I just got their Christmas card.
And it had an audio message, and it was just, wah.
Yep. Every morning I wake up, make my coffee, and just open that card and just listen to their joyful laughter together as a family. Yeah, Waluigi's Life Race 4. No? Well, look, I just... Did you ever see that episode of Doctor Who where they go to that world where everybody's just in traffic all the time? And that's their whole life? They're just in traffic?
Yes.
So what if like that, but everybody's just in a life race? Everybody, all day. Go to grocery store. Oh, pedal to the metal, life race. Time for a doctor's appointment. Oh, let me climb into my 3-story machine gun car. Life race. Always a life race. Everyone's always racing. It's the whole world is racing in car.
But, okay, so the way you're describing this makes it sound like it's just like everybody has a really, really cool car. But you're just describing like daily activities being done in cool vehicles.
But also everything. Oh, go to the bathroom, brushing my teeth in the back of my souped up double-sided motorcycle. Oh man, homeschooling the kids today. They're homesick in the bubble viewport cockpit of my landed submarine.
Okay. So what are they racing? Like, so every
They're
time I
racing
brush,
each other.
I get that, but like, so every time I brush my teeth, there's just like what, like a screen pops up in my eyeball that's like, these 20 other people are also brushing their teeth. Beat their times.
No, 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 no. Brushing your teeth isn't a race. It's just something that you do while also racing cars. Like everything that you do in your entire life, because everyone is always racing car.
Oh, okay, okay. So everybody just lives in their car. They're all in a constant state of motion. Like they're nomads,
Yeah.
literally. They're just always moving.
Mm-hmm.
What's the goal of the race? Like, where does the race end?
I mean, that's the question for all of our lives, isn't it, James? I mean, we're all caught up in this rat race, right? Where does that end?
Yeah.
What's the goal of that, you know?
Death.
Oh, gotta get big enough job, money enough house. Really, though? Is that important? Just like the life race. Oh, we gotta come in first, but, you know, who can come in first if the race never ends?
Most of these people have been racing for generations.
Yeah. My
Sons and
grandpappy,
daughters taking up their parents' helm at the wheel.
my grandpappy left me this stinky full-face metal mask and this chainsaw bladed army tank, and he drove it his whole life, and I'm gonna drive it my whole life as well.
Wait, so what is a chainsaw bladed army tank? Does that mean that the chainsaw blades are like where the treads would be? Like where the gun is? What part of the tank is replaced with chainsaw blades?
Nothing has to be replaced. It's just an addition to.
Oh, okay, so it's just a regular tank with just random chainsaws affixed to it.
No, actually, I like the idea that the tank gun is just a big old chainsaw.
That they just swing around. Because if
Yeah,
there's
but
one thing tanks are known to be good for, it's close quarters combat.
Again,
They're
there's
so
no
fast and maneuverable.
It's not combat because fighting and murder, just like in our world, is illegal and socially frowned upon in the life race. Like, you wouldn't anymore stick your chainsaw blade into the side of someone's car to crash them off the road in a fiery wreckage than you would, James, drive a car off the road into a fiery wreckage on your way to work at your job.
So daily.
Oh, okay. Should we edit that out? Is that might not be an admission that you want to have on the record as such.
What? What? It's not a secret.
Oh, okay. So
I've
you're
been on
known
the
for your
news for it.
vehicular carnage.
Yeah.
Are the police just too afeared to bring you down?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Last cop that tried, boy, he ended up with 4 flat tires.
But yeah, no, I'm thinking of it's sort of like a Richard Scarry of a world.
Richard Scarry.
He did all the drawings of worms driving cars and being firemen.
What?
And there's like a rat,
What?
and he's a fireman. Richard Scarry. It's a whimsical world where any animal can be a fireman.
I have never heard of this man. I've never seen these books.
Have you seen the pictures, though? Do they look familiar to you?
Not even a little.
Do an image search and then look at this cover for cars and trucks and things that go. And that's the sort of atmosphere that I'm thinking of for our life race.
Just all kinds of wacky vehicles driven by wacky characters forever. What? Wait,
Forever,
I'm sorry.
until they
Okay,
all die.
I have a big question about this book cover. There is a rabbit driving a crocodile.
Yeah. He murdered a crocodile and hollowed him out and turned him into a car.
Yeah.
That part is
Okay.
a bit dark.
Yeah, very.
You got a trailer? You want to do another trailer?
Yeah, I don't have any. I have seen none this week.
Okay. I've got one.
Okay.
Going over to the old Apple trailers.
Mm-hmm.
There you got a movie on there called Samson.
Phil has tuned out of this trailer.
I finished it already. I think I watched the teaser by accident, but I did watch the full trailer earlier.
Oh. So, no wine.
So Samson,
Yeah. Samson is the movie we watch. So he can't drink wine. Is beer okay? Can he drink
wait, he
other
can't drink
alcohol?
wine? I missed that part.
He said they gave him 3 rules. He can't drink wine, he can't touch the dead, and he can't cut his hair.
What?
So
One of those rules seems wildly easier to follow than the other two.
Wait, which
Oh
one?
man. In my own life, Phil Strassman, me, in my life, some things that I do pretty frequently are get haircuts and drink wine. One thing I've
Yeah.
never done and never had the opportunity to do is touch a dead. And I don't feel like it would be, oh man, these stupid rules. I can't touch a dead corpse anymore. Shucks. Dang it.
No, but I think it's really hard for Samson here because he's just like super strength punching people in the chest. He is 100% murdering people left and right with his godly powers. So, like, if he punched a man in the chest and it killed that man, does that count?
I mean, I don't think so because the man isn't going to die on contact.
I think if you took a super punch to the ribs, you might.
Yeah, I guess so. So you got to be careful about how good you punch people.
All
the
his
folks.
punches he just pulls back like really, really quick to make sure he's not touching them when they're dead. Just whoo!
What about this? What if Samson had to fight? It's zombies this time.
Okay.
I can't touch the dead or I'll
'cause he
lose my
can't touch
powers,
the
but
dead.
I have to defeat this army of the undead.
Well, I think that's still a pretty easy solution. He just like pick up a rock and throw it at him.
Yeah, but they're all clambering for him. It's just I think it heightens the danger.
Oh, and also these zombies eat hair.
They are hair-eating zombies. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yep.
Look out, Samson.
They're coming for you. Ooh, and they have wine for no, that one doesn't work.
Yeah, I don't know about that one. You can only see them if you're drunk.
Oh. He had 3 rules. Now he's going to have to break all of them.
He's going to break all of the rules. But he can't break any of the rules because he'll lose power. So he can't let the zomboids touch him, but he can't see them, and they're out. They're hungry for hair. So he just got to have sort of a wall of, like a circle of loaded buddies around him at all times to warn him of the coming of the zomboids, and he just hooks rocks over them.
Hey, they're coming from your 2 o'clock. Sorry, 11
Clocks haven't
o'clock.
been invented yet. It's Bible times.
They're coming at your sun slightly to the left.
The 2 a sundial. It's 2:30 a sundial. Thank you. Yeah, I think it's got to be Samson versus the invisible unless you're drunk hair-eating zombies. That's a bit inelegant of a title, however. What do you call a invisible unless you're drunk hair-eating zombie? Is it just a zombie but modified, or do they have their own name?
Samson versus the hair ghouls.
The hair ghouls. Yeah. Samson versus the what do you call it? What do you call something that eats hair?
Vacuum.
A vacuum. Yeah, the vacuum the vacuum ghouls. Yeah.
Good concept. We'll work on the title.
Yeah. Hold on. I feel like there's something right at the tip of my brain. I'm trying to midwife it out into the world.
Mm.
Samson versus. Nope, I got nothing.
Samson and the hair ghouls.
Samson versus the hair ghouls, and then the tagline is, "You can't see them unless you're drunk." But he's not allowed to drink wine. How's he going to get out of this pickle?
Oh, also he can't touch them because they're dead.
And also he can't touch them. That's against the rules. So the movie poster, it's just Samson versus the hair ghouls, but then we have a whole paragraph on there about all of the rules. See, you can't see them unless you're drunk, but Samson, according to God's law, is not allowed to drink wine. And so how is he going to see him? What a pickle for him. But also he can't touch them because that's against God's rules too. Hope they don't eat his hair. Coming to a theater near you.
Starring Bruce Willis.
Starring Bruce Willis with a beautiful, beautiful floor-length mane of hair.
I wanted it to be someone bald.
Yeah, no, I like it. I appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
James, do you want to do one more trailer, or do you just want to get into this movie? Because I have a lot of ideas for this movie. I want to make sure we have enough time to cover them all.
I do want to do one more trailer because I remembered that I did have one.
Okay, what do you got?
Please YouTube the trailer for Alpha
PH or F?
PH from Sony Pictures Entertainment.
Oh man, that end card.
Yeah.
So Alpha, this trailer makes it seem like it's a movie, just like a Mowgli style, kind of raised by wolves, a caveman story. But then at the end, it's explicitly, no, this is a story of how dog got invented.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Here's the one guy who invent dog.
Yep.
He makes him a little dog bowl out of a stone, because it is the Stone Ages.
Yeah. What else is he gonna use?
And first the dog's like, I'm wary of you, but then he's like, oh, you have made me a dog bowl of water. Thank you. I'm no longer wolf. I'm now Doge, your best friend.
That's all we had to do. We just had to give him some water.
That's all they were looking for. So obviously that's fucking deeply stupid and not how Doge got invented at all.
Yep.
But I do, oh man, I love a good caveman movie.
Yeah, they're few and far between, those good caveman movies.
Quest for Fire, that's extremely my shit.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Name
another one.
Yeah, don't have any other ones, but I would like, I wish that there were more caveman film in world. You know, this looks like a real fucking stupid piece of shit of a movie, but I kind of want to support it because, like, oh, it's a caveman movie. I'd like to see more caveman movies come out.
I would like to see the story of the first human-cat relationship, because I feel like that's a lot more ripe for comedy.
Well, that's more of a like a sort of a more of a science fiction scenario that you've laid out there. We don't have any human cats yet.
No, like human
sort of a
slash
cautionary
cat
tale,
relationship.
Splice style cautionary tale that you've described.
Well, I think that would just be like the island of Dr. Moreau.
Yeah, that's a good one. Okay, yeah. So how humans first befriend cat? It's just arguably we haven't yet.
Exactly. So it's just like the same trailer, and like, oh, the cat growls at him. And he gives him some water, and the cat drinks the water. And he gives him some food, and the cat eats the food. And he's like, oh, me and cat friends now. And he goes to pet the cat, and then the cat bites his hand off.
Bites his finger just clean off. Because it's not like a big lion or anything. It is just a regular house cat, but they were wild at the time.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And just gnaws his ring finger right off of his bones.
Yeah, and the movie just follows the cat going from like human house to human house, mooching off of them and taking their food until they annoy them, and then he kills them.
By house, you do mean cave.
Humans never actually lived in caves, Phil. We only used them for temporary shelter.
Yeah, I know. There were houses. Houses are temporary shelter.
Yes, caves.
You don't, just to live in something, you don't have to be there 24/7. It's not like some sort of fantastical life race scenario. You can just be in your house sometimes and you still live there.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, humans never lived in caves. They just slept in them and then went outside during the day. Thanks, science, again, you fucking idiots. We actually have discovered new evidence that humans sometimes went outside of their caves. So, caveman? No, we're going to call them Neanderthales. Thanks, scientists, for fucking everything up again.
Neanderthales, because they're so tall.
They're very tall. They were taller than humans now.
As everyone knows.
Neanderthals' defining feature that separated them from Homo sapiens was their incredibly tall size.
They were very tall.
They're big old mamma jammas.
They were a good 6 foot.
They rode mammoths around. They're so tall.
Mm-hmm. With their long, long legs.
I would love a caveman movie similar to this one, but I would like to go even further in the same direction. I would like presented as scientifically based, grounded. This is based on the true life story of the real caveman, but just all fucking nonsense, wall to wall. Hey, guess what? Dinosaurs are there. Here's the story of how the human being tamed the first velociraptor.
That is a movie. It was made by Pixar. It's called The Good Dinosaur.
No, but not a cartoon, live action.
Oh. So going for
Here's
gritty realism.
Here's human beings who were giants riding around on big old mammoths, just like they did. This movie's based on the true story.
just very, very tall, lanky cavemen riding their mammoths into T-Rexes, goring them with their tusks.
I think what I'm actually looking for is a gritty, grounded, real world. You know how with the superhero movies, they gotta be, it's like, what if a superhero in the real world, though?
Yeah.
What if Batman really had happened? What would that look like? Christopher, tell me what that would look like. Thank you, Christopher.
Thank you very much.
So what I'm looking for is that, but Flintstones, though.
Okay.
What if a bird was a washing machine? What would that look like in real life? Tell me about that, Christopher Nolan, who is making the Flintstones gritty reboot.
Just so many dead animals.
Flintstones begins.
Flintstones Rising.
Yeah, the Dark Flintstones.
Oh. I don't know. Yeah, I could see that. Who's playing Fred? I mean, it's got to be the greatest caveman actor of a generation.
Ron Perlman.
Ron Perlman.
Yeah, definitely. And Barney's got to be Charlie Day, just because, I love watching them interact so much.
Yeah. Yes.
I think we're getting ahead of ourselves a little bit. We cast movies at the end.
We can cast movies for a trailer.
This is just the idea zone right now.
Yeah.
No, if we decide that Dark Flintstones Rising is going to be our movie this week, then we can start casting it.
Okay. All right. Fair enough.
Because there's no rule that says the idea has to come from the feature film. Idea can come from trailers.
Oh.
It's all a rich, fertile soil of brain ideas.
Well, now you tell me.
Yeah, we can't. I can only pick corn. No, if you see a beautiful bright radish popping up through that soil, grabble it up.
So, in your world, you'd rather have radishes than corn?
I'm just saying, I don't only ever want to eat corn every day. Sometimes I'm hungry for a spicy, crunchy radish.
Okay, all right, fair enough.
Want to talk about the Snowman?
Yeah.
Mr. Police, I give you all the clues. Every single one of those clues was a coffee bean. So we watched the sad crying detective movie, The Snowman.
Mm-hmm.
I want to show you this because I'm very proud of my beautiful snowman font that I've done here.
Aw.
Really
it's
nice.
like someone made the word snowman out of snow.
Yeah, was what I was going for. I don't want to talk about this movie too much before we start getting into the idea zone, but like, it was deeply bad. Made by a good director who made other good movies, and oops, this one just was a pile of trash.
Yep.
It's about a serial killer who loves snowmans and likes to cut people's heads off and then replace them with a snowman head, and vice versa.
Or sometimes he just chops them up and leaves them somewhere.
Yeah, or just cut them up and leave them for birds. And about two detectives, one who is very drunk and very sad, and one who is so silent. And they have to find them together.
Yep.
The end. It's very, 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 very bad.
Mm-hmm.
Incoherently bad.
Apparently, like 15% of the script just never got shot.
When you mid-movie find yourself Googling on your phone, what the fuck has happened to Val Kilmer? That's not a terrific sign for the quality of your film.
God, yeah. It's very sad. He's dubbed this whole movie.
Well, he's dubbed in the scenes in the movie where he talks. A lot of times they just show him walking around.
Or from behind.
Mm-hmm. But let's put all that aside because, again, it's not a movie review podcast. This is a film repair podcast. We're down here in the basement with all of our tools in the film repair department. I
got my hammer. We're going to smash it and fix it up.
I've got my other differently shaped hammer. Mine's a ball peen hammer. I'm just going to make fine adjustments to it. I'm just going to tap the edges.
I got a big old mallet. I'm just gonna whack it.
I have an even bigger comically sized cartoon wooden mallet that I'm going to smush it down into a flat disc where it'll waddle on its toes out of the room. So we've listed every tool.
Yep.
Now we've got our hammers. Let's find us some nails. Not gonna lie, James. I got a lot of ideas here, and most of them are snowman ideas.
Okay. I want to
Um,
start. I want to start with an idea from Bess that she gave me 5 seconds into this movie after only being told what the premise was, because it's really, really good.
Yeah. What do you
So
got?
she said, what about a bad guy who turns people into snowmen? Because then they can only fight back when it's cold.
Okay, so this is a villain. This is a villain who touches you and poof, now you're a snowman, but you are a living snowman.
Yeah.
You can only fight back when it's cold implies that you stay alive even through the melting process, but then once it colds, you freeze up right back up.
Oh, no. See, I think once it gets warm, you got to like run for a freezer in a restaurant somewhere or something, and then only come out once night has fallen and it is cold again.
Interesting. And you're desperately trying to tell the policeman all of the clues yourself, but he can't hear you through your snowman mouth.
Yeah, you don't got no vocal cords. It's all just snow in there.
It's just snow all the way down.
Yeah.
That's very interesting. I also did get an idea from my life partner who was watching most of this movie with me. Megan's idea was bird detective agency.
Because of the birds eating the body.
Because there's multiple bodies in this movie that are covered with birds.
Because the birds got there first.
Yeah, May felt that the birds were all detectives and were investigating for clues.
And then those mean human detectives shoot their guns and all the birds leave.
Yeah, but what if there was one detective who could speak to the birds? And that was his secret. He was the world's greatest detective, but what no one knew was that the detectives were actually the birds, and they were giving him all of the answers.
And they have a big fight halfway through the movie because he never gives the birds credit.
All we want is credit and seed.
If we
Bring
had
us
credit,
offerings of
we would get more
kudos.
seeds.
Bring us the respect of your peers and a big loose pile of seeds.
It doesn't matter what kind.
Very aloof birds. I guess they would be, huh? Oh man. Okay. I've also got here. So remember, let me preface this a little bit. A lot of snowman movies out there. This just being the latest in a whole series, a rich tapestry and heritage of snowman movies. From all the ones from Jack Frost to a different other movie also called Jack Frost.
Yep.
But in snowman movies, it's always a guy who turned into snowman. Even in Bess's wonderful idea, which is a script flip on the become a snowman idea, where the victims instead, it's still always a people become a snowman. Murderer gets killed by the police out on a snowy night. Blood gets all over a snowman. Now he's a snowman. He's evil. Oh,
He's
my dad.
Murder.
My dad never pays attention to me. He crashes his car into a snowman, and now he's a snowman, and we're finally friends. But what if it was just always snowmen?
So just a snowman world?
They're just it's a people world, but the snowmen, there are evil snowmen, but it's not that a snowman has been possessed by a human man. It's just
an evil snowman.
You know, when we talked about Return of the Living Dead last week, you remember in Return of the Living Dead how the zombies come around?
Radioactive waste?
Radioactive rain.
Ah, okay.
The radioactive waste goes up into the atmosphere, and a radioactive rain falls on a graveyard and brings all the dead ones to life.
Got it.
What if instead it was cold that time, and it was a radioactive snow that fell?
And all the snowmen came alive.
Brought all the snowmen alive. It's like a Calvin and Hobbes kind of a situation.
Ooh, okay.
So it's a
I
world.
like that.
Yeah, it's a world run amok with living snowmen. Return of the Living Snowman.
And the sequel, like the snowmen have been around for years and human society is broken down because everybody got to stay inside now with their heaters on blast. It's just like a journey. It's like The Road. It's just like a journey of these two people going through the snowpocalypse, always on their toes, watching out for the snowmen.
What if the snowmen are like the weeping angels, also in Doctor Who? I'm talking about Doctor Who a
Mm-hmm.
lot this episode. But what if
Mm-hmm.
snowmen are like weeping angels? So if you're looking out, all you see is a field of snowmen, just silent, motionless, regular snowmen. But as soon as you're not facing them, that's when they come at you.
That's when they move.
That's when they make their move. No one's ever seen a snowman move, but we know that they do because they murder us to death with their snowy grips.
So they just find people like dismembered on branch arms all the time. Ooh,
Yeah,
can their stick
exactly.
arms like grow and become bigger?
Yeah, snag you up.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So that's an idea.
And they have fire breath
Why would they have fire breath?
because they have coal for mouths.
Yeah, that seems like it would work against them in the long run.
Nope, they're immune to being melted.
What? You can't melt them?
Nope, the radioactive waste made them immune to melting.
How do you fight them then?
You gotta smash them to pieces.
But then they're just, can they reconstitute themselves?
No.
So it's like an Evil Dead situation, total bodily dismemberment.
Yep, you gotta pull them branches apart so they're just regular branches. You gotta take that charcoal off and throw it on your grill, and you gotta smash that snowballs into snow.
So we can recreate that scene from Evil Dead where he has to strap his girlfriend down to the table and chop her all up with a chainsaw, except instead of a girlfriend, it's a snowman. Instead of a chainsaw, it's a snowblower.
Yep. Just slowly, like, just jamming it further and further onto the snowman, turning him back into snow. Yeah.
I like that.
Mm-hmm.
So once again I have an idea here, and I'm gonna just check real quick. Yep, still recording. Okay, because I do have an idea here that it was 100% I think is gonna be the one.
Okay.
So I'm gonna save that one for last.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a lot of scenes in this movie of people just wistfully looking at other people through windows.
Yeah.
So I had an idea for a movie of a person who had a gypsy's curse put on him, can only see people through windows.
Okay. So, like, otherwise what? People are invisible to him?
Correct. Like a Samson's hair zombie.
Or does he just permanently, like, have windows in his vision every time he looks at a person?
Well, that would be glasses.
That's a good point. I didn't think about that. Okay.
Like I permanently have windows in my vision.
Uh-huh. Yep.
No, but glasses would be a cheat. The gypsy would have thought of that when she, well, I guess probably shouldn't say gypsy curse, huh? We kind of went over that on a different podcast.
Yeah. Alien curse.
Yeah, I'll just say a witch.
Alien from outer space.
When outer space witch cursed you, I curse you. You can only ever see anyone through windows. And so that's it. You can only ever see anybody through windows, not counting glasses, the alien witch said.
Oh,
as she sped away in her UFO, which was shaped like a broom.
You can't even talk to him because if they open the window, then you can't see him no more.
Nope, they're gone.
I mean, I guess they could just stand in front of the window and like open the bottom half of the window so you could hear them, and then you'd only be really missing like their midsection.
That's true.
But that's no way to live either.
It's still a very tragic and lonely life that you'll have for yourself.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I got another one here. So snowmen
Mm-hmm.
die a lot of tragic deaths, right? Every time spring comes, they melt, which is a horrible way to die.
Yeah.
Or they get pushed over, hacked up by kids. You know what happens when someone dies a tragic death?
They become a ghost.
A ghost is formed. So
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
haunted by snowman ghosts.
What about a movie where people get like a snowman disease that makes them melt?
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, so they don't become snowmen, like they're still people, but it gets above like, 40 degrees and like their skin just starts dripping off of them.
So it's like that Campbell's soup commercial, but once the snowman had already melted off of the boy continues to melt and he screams and screams and screams.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. So it's like it's like it would be a horror movie.
It'd be a body horror movie, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. And it would spread around to folks It Follow or Truth or Dare style.
Oh, I was thinking it's like a legit disease, like I don't know, the snow is infected and all these children are making snowmen and then they're melting, their skin's falling off of them.
Okay.
A pathogen got into the air and mixed with the snowflakes, and oops, snow makes you melt now.
So it's like that movie Contagion. Remember that one?
Yes. Yes.
It's like Contagion, but instead of Matt Damon, he's chasing around an Ebola. It's a snowman disease.
Yep.
Oh man, I wish this hadn't happened while the global warming was going on. What a bad time for this. And our movie will be a global warming allegory. It's to teach people like, look, your actions on the climate have made you all melt.
Yep. Lots of actors turn into Cameron being like, oh man, too bad about this global warming.
Oh, I wish there weren't such a heat wave. If it were cooler, we might live.
But nope, we melt.
I melt now, and then they melt. Really, it's a lot of meat for any performer at the top of their game to chew on.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a really good idea. So there's a scene in this movie where Fassbender is talking to his ex-girlfriend's new boyfriend, who is a doctor. And he's like, can't sleep. And doctor's like, I'll just prescribe you sleep medicine. And then pulls out his cell phone and goes, doop, doop, doop. And Fassbender incredulously goes, on that thing? So I had an idea about a movie of a guy who doesn't know what cell phones are.
Just has somehow gone the last 20 years without ever seeing one, and he's just now seeing them for the first time.
Yeah, but still can't quite figure it out, no matter how many times it's explained to him. So they're like in an argument at a bar about, who starred in the movie 9 to 5? I think it was Dolly Parton. No, it wasn't Dolly Parton. You're thinking of a different movie similar to 9 to 5. And then the other guy's like, let me just look it up. And he pulls out his cell phone. And then Fassbender's like, on that thing?
The guy's like, yeah, I'm just going to Google it.
What secrets are contained within that slippery brick?
Speak English. What's wrong with you?
Look, Google. Are you having a brain problem?
No, it's right here. It was Dolly Parton.
And that all of our movies this time, this one also carries an important message about, it's like a Black Mirror episode.
Oh, technology, so scary.
Technology, oh man, because this guy, he's living such a rich and wonderful life. The whole movie is just about him having really successful, having a great life, and really being mindful and really living in his truth and like really experiencing things. Like he's not going to the Grand Canyon just to snap a picture on iPhone because he doesn't even know what iPhone is. He goes to Grand Canyon and he stares at it and thinks profound thoughts and really comprehends nature and all of its majesties. Meanwhile, he's surrounded by all these people just going like click, 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 taking selfies, deek, deek. And he's just like, what are you guys doing?
What's happening?
What are you holding? What is those things? Look at this beautiful hole in the ground. They're like, we don't care. We're just here for the likes.
Oh, the youth.
But I think he probably has a lot of problem dating because like can't Tinder.
Can't Bumble.
Can't Bumble.
Can't some other ones.
Takes the girl ice skating, skating around on the ice. She pulls out her phone to take a quick video of what they're doing. He's like, be careful, look ahead of you. Why are you looking at that? What is that? She's like, I gotta put this on my gram.
Why would your grandma want that on her?
Don't put this on your grandma. Yeah, that one I think though is less of a movie, more Black Mirror episode though.
Well, those are very long sometimes.
That's true.
It could be either one.
Interminably long, one might say. Unnecessarily long.
And only when it's the worst episode.
Yeah, sometimes I feel like Black Mirror is instead of showing you a terrible technology future, they're making you live it by making you watch on your black screen a terrible thing for a long time. That's the real Black Mirror. Hey, we made a shitty fucking TV episode and it's 4 hours long, but you're still going to watch it so you can talk to your friends about it, you idiot. Black Mirror.
Enjoy these bad robot bees.
Yeah, enjoy these terrible fucking bees. All right, I'm going to rapid fire through a couple of quick ones because we've already been recording for an hour and we haven't even gotten to my idea that is going to be the winner.
Okay.
Val Kilmer is Silent Detective.
Oh, that just makes me sad.
Okay, we'll skip that one. So do you follow Mondo Mascots on Twitter?
No.
Mondo Mascots is a Twitter feed that puts pictures up of different Japanese mascots with descriptions of what they do, and
Okay.
it is a an oasis of joy and whimsy in the otherwise bubbling toxic hellscape that is Twitter.
Sure.
But they posted a little snowman guy on there and said that he is the mascot of the Yakuduraman Project, which is a project to bring peace between human beings and snow. And I Googled it and could find nothing else about that. My Google just brought me back to that tweet. And I cannot for the life of me figure out what that could possibly mean.
There was a war. The Cold War.
Oh, God.
When the snow decided it had had enough. And then it's just a shot of like razor sharp snowflakes flinging through the air, slicing people to bits. We were outnumbered. And it's like a bunch of snowmen just shimmying through a field.
Yeah. So it's kind of another climate change one, huh?
No, this one's just straight. It's not an allegory. It's just straightforward about the war between people and snowmen.
Oh,
It's like a
okay.
it's like a historical drama.
But the war's been going on forever, so it's sort of like a Battlestar Galactica kind of situation where the war's been going on as long as anyone can remember. But what if finally now we can make peace?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
What if also Battlestar Galactica style they've created like the Cylons could finally look like people? The snowmen can finally look like people until you like try to fuck one, then it melts on you.
There's just a delegate, and he's the bridge between the humans and the snowmen, and he's just a snowman with like human arms and legs.
Yeah. No, I think they can mimic people I think they're like a T-1000, but made out of slushy snow and icicles.
Oh, okay. They've just
Okay.
compressed their snow into the shape of a people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but once they can imitate people, they start to learn to understand what it's like to be people. And that empathy is the bridge which leads us to peace.
Aw.
Yeah. Okay, are you ready for what I think is going to be the winner?
Oh, yes.
So, we've already made 2 wildly successful films on this podcast.
Mm-hmm.
By which I mean, the smash out gangster hit Goodspellas and what was all the numbers I'm getting in my email box, the most financially successful Pirates of the Caribbean film ever made, Five Goes West. And I think it's time for us to take our next step.
Okay.
Now, what's the jewel in any production company's crown? What is every studio? What do they all want? Whether it be Marvel with the Avengers, or Universal with the Dark Universal, or DC keeps trying to do it, maybe fucking it up a little bit with Justice League. What do they want?
A cinematic universe.
They want a cinematic universe, big old franchise, big old tentpole franchise.
Mm-hmm.
Sony with the
A well
Spider-Verse.
they can keep coming back to.
Yeah. So I think it's time for us to get out of the little leagues, James. I think if we really want to play with the big boys out in Hollywood,
Yeah.
I think it's time for us to fix a movie into a franchise, a golden cash cow for us to pull eggs from.
Okay.
Now, did you know that the Snowman is the name of a Batman villain
No, I didn't.
who is the child of a male Yeti and a human woman?
Oh my.
Did you know that the Snowman was also...
Wait, I'm sorry. Wait. I already have so many questions. How, where did they meet?
Presumably on a mountain or some shit.
Was it consensual? Can a Yeti even consent?
I think so. I think in this circumstance, it was an intelligent Yeti.
Okay, all right.
Did you also know that this gentleman, known as the Snowman, was a member of a supervillain team called the Cold Warriors?
So him, Mr. Freeze, Captain Cold, Killer Frost,
Polar Lord, Icicle, Cryonic Man, and Minister Blizzard.
Minister Blizzard.
Yeah, Minister Blizzard, classic Wonder Woman villain.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Does he
So
dress
what
like a minister?
he dresses like a fancy medieval snow lord kind of a guy.
Okay.
So what I'm pitching to you is Batman versus Snowman Origins, the first film, the first solo film, and what will lead to a big Avenger style Cold Warriors movie.
All right. I'm into it. I'm into it. So you've got. So are we going the Marvel approach, or are we giving each of these people solo movies first, then the team up movie, or are we doing it DC style, introducing them like haphazardly 3 at a time?
Well, which one has worked, James?
The Marvel one.
The Marvel one. So yeah, obviously, I think, because not every Marvel, like not every Avenger got their own movie. They didn't have a Hawkeye movie.
Sure.
So I think just the big ones, obviously we're starting out, we're testing the waters the Mummy style with our Snowman Origins picture.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
but I definitely think, Captain Cold, Killer Frost, and Minister Blizzard probably each get their own. Icicle,
Yeah.
I know that Icicle needs a solo picture.
Mr. Freeze don't need one if we're starting with the Snowman and Batman. We can't have too much Batman.
No, I think Mr. Freeze is going to be our our Joker in Suicide Squad. He's sort of going to be our big draw cameo kind of a guy.
Okay. Okay.
And I think most of this movie is probably just going to be a love story between a Yeti and a human woman. I think the first third of this movie is probably a love story between a Yeti and a human woman. And then we flash forward to 20 years later.
So, what drove the Snowman to villainy? Because obviously, if we're spending so much time on the relationship between his parents, that must have been healthy and functional and good.
Yeah, but then they both died, just like Batman.
How?
Batman killed them.
Oh no, he never does that. But he was like, no, it's okay, I can kill Yetis.
Oh, Batman skiing down the slopes on his bat skis, and he's throwing batarangs every which way, chasing villains. And this Yeti comes out of a cave, and he's like, please stop, what you're doing is dangerous. You're destroying my habitat. You're going to cause avalanche. And Batman's like, yuck, a dirty Yeti, and throws a batarang into his face and kills him and causes an avalanche, which kills his human wife. But the baby snowman rides down the avalanche safely on a wave of snow and is deposited at the foot of a kindly old human couple who does take him in and raise him. Where they tell him the dark truth of his origins. And he learns to hate the bat.
He learns to hate the Batman.
Mm-hmm.
So does he kill Batman at the end of the movie?
I don't think so. I mean, I'm open to it. It hadn't occurred to me.
I mean, if this is his story, that's where the logical conclusion would be, huh?
Well, let's pause there.
Okay.
And let's look back at everything that we have wrought thus far.
Mm-hmm.
Is this the idea we want to pursue, or do we like something else better?
Yeah, I want to make a Captain Cold movie next.
Okay. So you think this is the one?
Yes. The ones.
More so than the Samson Invisible Zombie movie.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
I think we've said everything about that movie. I mean, what else is the plot? We did the whole thing.
We did it already. So we're done. It's not that we're not doing it. We have done it. It's already did it.
It's done. It's over. Yeah, we already cast it. Bruce Willis.
I'm gonna see if I can find out more about. Well, you know what? I don't care about the character Snowman. Like superhero movies, we don't have to be too married to the source material.
Yeah, Yeti and a woman love child. Got it. Good. We're good.
Yes.
Run with it.
Snowman look like kind of a big Solomon Grundy looking motherfucker, but made out of snow.
Why is he made out of snow?
Well, he's white. I don't know that he's made out of snow. I think he's just like, he just dropped the abominable from his name. So I Google Batman Snowman. It's just a bunch of snowmen that are made to look like Batmans.
Oh my God. His name is Klaus Kristen. He has 2 Santa Claus names.
Yeah, he does have Santa Claus names. So Kristen must have been his Yeti father's last name, right?
No, that was his mom's name. His mom's name was Katrina Kristen, which is just 2 first names. That's not the name of a person. His dad presumably did not have a name because his dad is a Yeti.
Yeah. Well, he had a Yeti name. He didn't have an English human name.
His name was.
So he does have super strength and he does control ice and snow.
Yep. Man, this picture, he looks like a Scooby-Doo villain.
Yeah, he's got a real Scooby-Doo vibe to him for sure. Okay, so beautiful love story. Human woman, spends a lot. I think she's a
Biologist.
climate scientist. Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
I was going to say she was just up there studying the snow itself. Got to take some readings. Snow's dangerously low.
Oh, I thought she was like a animal scientist. Like, ooh, these tracks are mysterious. I'm gonna find out what made them, and it's a Yeti. And then she loves the Yeti.
Yeah, I think probably the Yeti. She gets the sense the whole time she's out there. I think she maybe is a Yeti skeptic.
Okay.
But she does get the sense the whole time she's out there, like, I feel like I'm being watched. I feel like something's following me. And then she's walking along the glacier, slips. Oops, it's an ice crevasse. But what's caught me at the last minute? It's a handsome, muscular Yeti hand that pulls her to safety.
Big ol' Yeti hand.
And they fall in love, and he teaches her about he teaches her all of his Yeti words for snow, and he teaches her about how to be one with the snow and how to feel the snow's thoughts, and how you can just really just meditate and put your consciousness out into the world, and you can feel things that are happening everywhere in the snow. Oh, here's a snow pigeon fluttering through a snowy tree. Oh, here's a snow fox gallivanting around in a snowbank. I can feel it all. I can sense it all. I'm one with the snow. But then what's this? There's a disturbance in the snow forest. And then we cut to Batman on skis just going like, blah, 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 battering, just screaming, fucking everything up. And Yeti's like, no, please, you don't know. You're going to cause such destruction, please. And Batman's like, yuck, Yeti. Poof, kills him. They're both dead. Baby slides down, gets adopted, grows up, hate Batman. Finally comes into his own, becomes an young adult. I think it's an origin story, so he should be like young adult, right?
Mm-hmm. Batman is a full-grown man, though.
Batman is a full-grown Batman.
Or maybe by the time he's like a young adult and he's old enough to go to Gotham on his own and confront the Batman, Bruce Wayne's gotten all old, like Batman Beyond, and he's just an old man now.
Yeah. Batman year 100.
So, like, he could very easily take the life of this man, Bat, that he has pursued for so long. But, like, what would even be the point anymore? He's just a little old man.
I think also as soon as Batman sees the Snowman in Gotham, he's in his gruff old man Batman voice. He's like, ugh, a dirty Yeti, and then still throws a batarang at him.
But he can't throw very hard now, so it just kind of goes like tink and falls to the ground.
Just clatters on the floor in front of him. And Klaus is sort of standing there on a wave of snow that he's brought with him. He was going to wreak havoc on Gotham and kill the Bat, but now he just feels pity for the Bat. And
yeah, because Batman wasn't even in his Batman costume when he threw that batarang. He's just like in a wheelchair. It was just under his blanket, and he tells everybody near him just like, I was Batman. And they're like, we know. We always knew. It's fine. Go back to sleep, old man.
And then also a nurse walks in with his medicine and he sees her and he goes, yuck, a dirty Yeti, and throws him out. But I think that before that final confrontation, which is the climax of the film, I think the Snowman, he's in Gotham and he's on the streets and he's practicing, he's learning his powers, he's getting his gumption, and he goes there hating humankind. But he falls in with some streetwise urchins who show him the ropes, and he realizes that humans are capable of almost as much empathy and kindness as a Yeti.
Mm-hmm. Not quite, but close.
And he realizes that he has great snowy power, and with that great snowy power comes great snow sponsibility.
You really stretched for that one.
And so he realizes that, he may hate some humans, but he can't destroy all the humans. And then he confronts Batman and realizes that he didn't need to defeat the Bat because time has defeated the Bat, and returns back to his snowy world to live in quiet solitude, much like the Swamp Thing. I'm thinking of actually very much as a Swamp Thing type character.
Yeah, okay.
And that's where the movie ends until the post-credit stinger where Killer Frost, who I think will be our Nick Fury, maybe.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
She shows up and she's like, "Time to come out of retirement, Snowman. We got a big cold mission for you."
He's like, "I'm not retired. I'm 23. I'm just home."
I just live at my home. This is where I live. She's like, "Enough of that nonsense. We need your skills. We're putting together a real cool team."
And then it's like a zoom in on his face, and the music swells, and it's like dun 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 dun. And then he's like, "Nah," and then cut to black.
Yeah. Yep. But then that's the first post credit stinger. But then there's the stinger like after all of the credits have rolled, and then he's back again, and he's like, "All right, fuck, okay."
And then cut to black.
Yeah, and then cut to black. Audience breaks out in applause.
And the exact same clip of music and the exact same shot happens.
Yep.
All right, I'm comfortable with that. Do we want to cast these one by one?
Like casting the whole team?
Yeah. Like, do we want to cast the Snowman now, or do we want to do the next origin story movie and cast them all at the end?
Are we plotting out every one of these movies?
Just the first 3.
I don't know if I want to do that.
Okay, fine. Let's at least just cast the team then.
All right, wait. Let's do one more. Let's do Polar Lord.
Okay.
Polar Lord is, of course, General Eklu of the planet Thar, homeworld of Polar Boy.
And Polar Boy is...
Yeah, he's also from there.
Ooh, I'm Googled Polar Boy. I do not like his look at all.
I Googled Polar Lord, who is a pretty cool looking fella, but I cannot seem to find a lot of information about him. He's an ice-themed villain from planet Thar. Who helps form the Cold Warriors. Maybe Polar Lord, maybe instead of Killer Frost, Polar Lord is our Nick Fury.
Okay.
He's got more of a Nick Fury secret agent kind of vibe look to him.
Yeah. He seems like a Zod type, like a disgraced general or something.
Oh, there's Polar Boy. Wow, he looks like a real fucking dipshit.
Yep.
Power can project cold. He's making a snowman in this picture. What a lovely lad.
In the picture I'm looking at, he looks like Johnny Rotten.
Yeah, it's real bad.
And he looks like he's smoking because his breath is all foggy. Yeah, he looks like a bad Hanna-Barbera character.
Yeah, he looks like a real dipshit. I think that's Polar Lord's motivation, right? Because Polar Boy is the hero of Planet Thar. Everyone loves him. Polar
but secretly,
Boy, thank
he's
God,
just
look,
a dumb
it's Polar
dipshit.
Boy. And then, but Polar Lord is like, "You look like a fucking asshole.
You dipshit.
Look at this asshole." And I think that he's a star-studded general. He's saved thousands and thousands of people from the evil snow reptiles that beguile their people. And he's such a war-hardened veteran, but when it comes right down to it, he always does what's right. Meanwhile, Polar Boy just show up and like gets a cat out of a tree. Everybody wants to suck his fucking dick all of a sudden. He's a little
Polar
resentful.
Boy, I love your shiny helmet and stupid shoulder pads.
How'd you make those shoulder pads? Are they made out of real ice?
Are they made out of a pool noodle? Because they look like a pool noodle.
Meanwhile, Polar Lord's like, "I've just constructed a whole city's worth of roads from gravel and ice in my bare hands." They're like, "Oh, thanks for the infrastructure, nerd."
Do something cool, God.
And he's like, "I will do something cool. I'm going to go to Earth and leave all of you fucking losers behind. Goodbye."
Okay, so the Cold Warriors are good guys in this franchise?
They're like it's
like a Maleficent style retelling where we find out they were just misunderstood the whole time.
Yeah, exactly like that. Yes. I was going to say Suicide Squad, but they're not really like a Suicide Squad. Yeah, I think that they're all, they were good the whole time. We were just seeing things through, when you see the story through Batman's lens, he defeated an evil Yeti. When you see the story
Yeah.
through Polar Boy's lens, he had
He's
a
just
weird uncle
he's
who was
just
a
a cool
real
teen doing
jerk.
cool things.
Just a cool teen doing cool things, which is his
Yeah.
catchphrase. He yells it as he enters any sort of scenario.
I'm a cool teen doing cool things.
Meanwhile, Polar Lord was, he was doing all the real hard work, the Mike Rowe style dirty jobs that weren't pretty enough for Polar Boy to do.
Right.
And so on and so forth. I don't want to talk about any more of these movies. I want to cast Batman versus Snowman Origins.
Batman versus Snowman: Dawn of Just Ice.
Oh, fuck! Fuck! Oh, god damn it! Son of a fucking bitch! Jesus Christ! Fucking holy shit! How long have you been sitting on that?
I just thought of it.
It's so fucking good. It's so good. I'm so mad. Motherfucker. That is so good. Of course that's the title. Of course. Batman versus Snowman: Dawn of Just Ice. Holy shit.
Oh
God. I feel like I just got kissed by a sexy angel.
And that angel was me.
Yeah, you just flew down into the room on beautiful wings and you were like, just ice. Okay, so let's cast our movie. First of all, I want to get this out of the way real quick. Polar Lord, Samuel L. Jackson, done. Next.
Ooh, okay, just the Nick Fury is staying Samuel L. Jackson, huh?
He's just still Nick Fury.
Okay, all right, I like that. Should we cast Snowman's parents first?
Yeah, okay. Who's a good Yeti type?
Liam Neeson.
Liam Neeson is very tall, like a Yeti would be. All right, that's perfect. Easy.
And he has a gruff but soothing voice.
For the mom, we need sort of like someone who's believable as a scientist, a real woman of the snow and ice. Okay, what about this? Well, no. Way too young. Never mind. I was going to say Amanda Stenberg because she's part Inuit, which I feel like could be cool. But she is only 20 years of old. Actually, she's 19 years old, which is, I think, a bit too young.
Well, not for the origin story part.
Yeah, but for being a scientist part.
Well, look, it's the DC universe. There's all kinds of, like, kid geniuses running around. Maybe she's the best, brightest scientist ever.
So
she graduated college when she was 15.
Yeah, so she's like a kid genius type?
A Doogie Howser, if you will.
Yeah, comic like Moon Girl. Comics are all sorts of full of kid geniuses.
Yeah.
Do you feel like pairing her romantically with Liam Neeson Yeti would be sort of propagating that Hollywood trope of a much younger woman paired with a much older actor?
Yeah, but it's a Yeti.
Yeah, he is a Yeti. He's a very handsome Yeti.
Yeah. I mean, for all we know, the Yeti's CG and Liam Neeson's just doing the voice.
Doing the voice of the Yeti. Okay.
Because look, even like a 19-year-old Yeti would still sound like gruff and deep like a Liam Neeson would.
Okay, so it's a hot young Yeti, just happened to be voiced by Liam Neeson.
Yeah.
You've convinced me. Okay.
Yeah.
Amanda Stenberg is definitely. What was her name again?
Did we give? Oh, the mom. Oh, Katrina
Kristen. That's just two names.
Yeah, Katrina Kristen.
Dokie.
That's right. Yep.
Dr. Katrina Kristen, prodigy, snow prodigy. Dr. Katrina Kristen, snow prodigy.
Yeah.
And that's sort of like her kind of like superhero code name. She's snow prodigy.
Ooh.
Snow Prodigy and the Yeti.
Aw.
A love story for the ages.
I like that.
I like that too. All right. Who's our Batman?
Okay, so it's got to be someone old enough to be cranky, Yeti racist old man Batman, who then we can just like de-age for the flashback scenes.
Okay, so we're casting for the old man scenes.
Yeah.
We're not doing like a Guy Pearce Prometheus thing.
No. We're doing like a Kurt Russell and Guardians 2 thing.
Okay. What about Kurt Russell?
Okay. I'm on board for that. Gross, a Yeti. Yeah, all right. I can see that.
Yeah, and
is Kurt Russell too badass to be believable as like invalid, wheelchair-bound old man Bruce Wayne?
No, I mean he's an actor. He can portray all sorts of type.
Well, yeah, okay, fair enough.
I mean, unless you want to go even older and do
what about
like a
Robert Duvall.
I feel like Robert Duvall has too much gravitas.
Too much gravitas?
He's got too much gravitas. Robert Duvall, if Robert Duvall said, gross a Yeti, I would be like, wow, I guess Yetis are gross.
It's too respectable.
Yeah, because I was thinking Tommy Lee Jones. I feel like Tommy Lee Jones has the same issue.
Yeah, I would buy Tommy Lee Jones as an old racist, though.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Because that's ostensibly what we're casting, is just an old racist man.
All right, so I'm still into Kurt Russell. Let me give you one more idea, though.
Okay.
Even older, even racister.
Okay.
William Shatner.
Ooh. Oh. William Shatner, Batman. Wow. I'm going to give it to Kurt Russell because as far as I know, Kurt Russell is not an asshole.
Okay, that's fair. We want to give the non-assholes the work.
Yeah.
Okay.
But wow, Shatner Batman.
Okay. So let's cast the puckish young orphan who melts the heart of our young snowman.
Okay.
Now, is this puckish young orphan just a friend, or is this going to be a love interest?
I think it's platonic love between them.
Okay.
I don't think we need to force romance in there. What about Zendaya? Best.
Zendaya? Yeah, I was thinking that too. I almost
Zendaya's name.
It's Zendaya.
It Best says it's Zendaya.
Well, okay. I almost want to go younger than that.
Oh, who's the little girl from Beasts of No Nation?
Beasts of No Nation? What is that?
What am I thinking?
That child soldier movie?
No. Shit. What was that? The fuck was that movie called?
Beasts of the Southern Wild?
Yes.
She's not a little girl anymore. The movie came out 6 years ago.
Yeah, but she was like 8 in that movie.
Oh, she was in Annie too.
Yeah, that's right. Quvenzhane Wallis. Yeah, she's 14.
Okay. We could do, yeah. 14, I feel like, is the perfect age.
Mm-hmm.
And she can play puckish.
Yeah, she was Annie.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Quvenzhane Wallis. I like it. All right, but you know what? I feel like we're building our roof before we build our walls. You know what I'm saying? We gotta get ourselves a snowman.
Yeah.
Now he's gonna be pretty broody, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, he's a sad boy.
Yeah, he's a real sad boy. He's a real Hamlet type.
Yeah.
Let me throw this at you.
Hit me.
Kind of an unknown.
Mm-hmm.
He has actually played the literal Hamlet at Stratford, in the Royal Shakespeare Company.
Okay.
And I need to look up how to pronounce his name.
Okay.
Now, bear in mind, this might not work. Let's watch this video of him real quick, because I literally just Googled Hamlet actor. So Paapa Essiedu has played Hamlet in the Royal Shakespeare Company. Hamlet is the quintessential sad boy.
Mm-hmm.
And, we're starting a new franchise here. We got a fresh face.
I like the idea of an unknown. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm down for it.
All right. Now, I think probably he looks more human than he does in the comics, because we need him to be able to sort of move around in the human world to a certain extent, right?
Right. Or maybe human-esque, but maybe he disguises himself with a cloak made from snow.
Yeah, that still feels pretty noticeable. I think maybe when he looks like a very deeply handsome human boy, as the real actor Paapa Essiedu does. But when he activates his power, bulks up, covered in snow, big old fangs. Yeah, his Yeti side is revealed. He's kind of a were-Yeti. It's more, I think he's like a vampire from Vampire Diaries, where when they go vampire, they get all scary, spooky looking. It's more like that. It's like, and now my powers do activate, and boom, boom, boom. Now I'm a big old Yeti, just like my daddy Liam Neeson, who has a very
I'm a Yeti.
I've got a very specific set of chills.
Oh, wow.
Oh man. So do we need a love interest, or is that hack Hollywood stuff? Oh, I always gotta have a love story in there.
Yeah, I don't care about that.
His only true love is killing the Batman.
Yep. Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Is that it? Did we nail it? Should we put it in the can and send it off, put it in the pneumatic tube back up into the sunlight living world away from the film repair department and call it good?
Do we want to cast any of the other Cold Warriors for potential cameos?
We could do that. Let's cast so we already cast Polar Lord.
Mm-hmm. Sammy J.
Yeah, I'm really interested in a Minister, what the fuck was his name?
Minister Blizzard.
Minister Blizzard is intriguing to me. I just wrote Blizzard into a Google search. Interesting. Why would I do that?
This blizzard's like a blizzard in here.
So he's got like kind of a shitty mullet and a dirty boy mustache.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
He's a real dirty boy, this Minister Blizzard. He's a nasty boy.
Yeah.
Who's a good, dirty, nasty boy? I'm feeling Adam Driver.
Okay, I was going to say the obvious choice would be John Waters.
Maybe a bit older. Look, James, we're going for that coveted 18 to 25 set. We don't want to cast a bunch of olds. Kids want to see the hot new youthful actors. Yeah, the kids love Adam Driver.
They do. He does bear a resemblance.
Yeah, it does look a little bit like him. Put some mascara under the eyes. Grow a dirty boy mustache.
Mm-hmm. So you know who he kind of looks like, and you know who looks really great with terrible hair and facial hair.
Ooh, who?
Nicolas Cage.
Not exactly hewing to that younger actor vibe.
No, but hello, I'm Minister Blizzard.
I'm Minister Blizzard.
Phil, I'm sorry. There's a picture I'm looking at of Nicolas Cage as Salvador Dali.
Yep.
That I think is pretty uncanny.
All right. Yep. Okay. That's convinced me. He can be Minister Blizzard.
Yeah.
All right. I think Captain Cold just got to be Wentworth Miller.
Yeah, 100%.
I know we keep casting CW people in our movies, but I think it's just got to be Wentworth Miller.
It's too perfect.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just got to be Wentworth Miller.
Yep.
James, I think we can pop this one on into the can and ship it out.
Yep, I think we're good.
All right. Well, look forward to, theaters near you, probably 2019 for this one, because it's going to be a big production. Batman versus Snowman, Dawn of Just Ice.
Sure to be DC's first Oscar nomination.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, look, we've got that theater cred leading this Bad Mama Jamma. You know, we've got that Royal Shakespeare Company actor, Paapa Essiedu. Really, he's going to bring so much pathos to this role.
Yep.
And Kurt Russell this is going to be a defining role for him, I think, as well.
As
really
old racist Batman.
Really gonna put his name back onto everybody's lips.
Yep.
Well, thank you, James.
Thank you, Phil.
You're welcome. Thank you for listening to Movie Improvie, the Film Repair Podcast. Please do follow us on all the socials. You know those socials that you love. The Twitter, we're at Movie Improvie. Instagram, movie_improvie. Facebook, James?
Facebook.com/movie-improvie.
Love that. You can follow me on Twitter at Phil Stressman. You can follow James on Twitter at Dr. Professor Man. Doc Professor Man for short and more correctly. Thank you to
follow
Quvenzhane.
Dr. Professor Man on Twitter for like 2 tweets I made 8 years ago.
Hell yeah, what do they say?
I think one of them says buying comics, and I don't remember what the other ones say.
So on brand. Thank you to Quvenzhane for the use of your song Dragonfly. Hey, if you made a little video of a short segment from the first episode of the podcast called Reverse X-Files. Go ahead and look up that on your YouTubes. We've also posted it on all the other socials and stuff. Currently working on the next one about a fellow you might know as Weed Jack Sparrow. We're going to try and keep those coming your way. Also, hey, follow us on Tumblr. Tumblr.com/movie-improvie, movie-improvie.tumblr.com. I've been making little goofy movie posters of some of the movies that we come up with here, so you can check those out there. And, follow us on iTunes, follow us on Stitcher, like, subscribe, all of that good stuff. We really appreciate it. And just tell other people hey, if you like bullshit, check this out.
Accurate.
All right. Anything else?
I don't think so.
Okay. Hey, it's Chinatown.
It's Chinatown.